Hello friends, this is a little quick video that I am putting together mainly for my beautiful friend Pippa, and we're going to be running through a breathing technique called pursed lip breathing, which is particularly good for anyone that has breathing difficulties such as COPD or asthma. It's a technique that's recommended by the Lung Institute. But it's good for everybody. I have definitely used this practice during yoga. I've heard it referred to as nirvana pranayama. But it doesn't really matter what we're calling it, it's good for everybody. So the rationale of why it's particularly good for people with those breathing challenges is that it helps relieve shortness of breath. And the way that it does this is because we're getting a better breath in and a better breath out. We're able to exercise more control of the breath, bring more oxygen into the system, and it calms us down. It promotes relaxation so that we can regain more control over our breaths. So it's super simple, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step. But to start off, we are just going to take a moment to center in, find a bit more of a quiet space, and really focus in on our breath. So taking a nice comfortable seat, it doesn't matter where you are. You can be sitting on a pillow, your favorite cushion on the floor, you can sit on a chair, you can sit on the sofa, wherever you're most comfortable, find that place. But what I'd like to encourage you to think about is somewhere where you can sit up with a really nice straight spine, so that we can open up the chest a little bit and give the air some room to maneuver, some room to move around the body. So wherever you are, finding that comfortable seat now, and if it feels good, if you feel comfortable, just closing the eyes down for a moment. You can have your hands on your knees or your lap, wherever feels good, and just taking a moment here to center in and quieten down and find a bit of space, a bit of quiet. Just really coming into this moment here and creating some space just to dedicate to this very short practice or technique. Remaining aware of the room around you, maybe there's some noises going on, but moving away from them slightly and coming into a more internal space. And taking the attention now to your breath, just to the gentle inhale and the exhale. There's no need to change it at all, however it comes to you, that's totally fine. Just being aware of the air as it comes in, journeys through the body, and then exhaling out. Inhaling in and exhaling out. Maybe focusing on the point where the breath enters the body, where it goes to, and where you can feel it when it exhales out. Maybe starting to slow down the breath a little bit here. Taking slightly longer, slightly deeper inhales and exhales. Keeping a nice long straight spine. And maybe imagining a golden thread just pulling up through the crown of your head, helping you to sit up nice and tall. And just taking a moment here just to check in with your body. Maybe a quick scan to see what's going on today. Maybe if there's any parts that are speaking to you a little bit louder than others. Maybe some tension, and just acknowledging those and then letting them go. There's no need to get into any stories or narratives around that tension. being aware is enough. And then maybe turning our attention to how we're feeling today, in more of an emotional context. You might be feeling great, you might be feeling less than great. Just noticing it and acknowledging and then moving on. And giving yourself permission here is to take some time for yourself and just to be. The gentle inhale in and exhale out. Maybe imagining a golden light at the base of your spine as you inhale in, and then that golden light traveling all the way up your spine, around your body, coming up the top of your crown of your head as you exhale. Inhaling in good energy and exhaling out any tension. And becoming aware now again of your body, of the physical presence in the room as we prepare to come out and go into our breathing technique. Maybe wiggle your fingers, maybe wiggle the toes, and then very gently when you're ready, flutter your eyelids and gaze ahead of you. And then when you're ready, coming back. Hello. Okay, so breathing technique itself, pursed lip breathing, is super simple. So we're going to be inhaling in through our nostrils with our mouths closed, and then we're going to be inhaling out, exhaling out even, through our mouths, but we're going to be doing it with pursed lips. So as if you are going to be going to give a kiss, or maybe blowing out a candle, or gently blowing on some hot soup to cool it down. And we'll inhale in through our nostrils for a count of 2, and then we'll exhale out through those pursed lips for a count of 3. So the inhale in is slightly shorter than the exhale, because this allows us to promote more relaxation in the body. When our exhale is longer than our inhale, it stimulates that sense of rest and digest, the vagus nerve relaxation, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to show you a couple of rounds of what it looks like, and then I'm going to count you through, and we'll just do this for a minute or so together. So I inhale in through my nostrils for 2, and then exhale out through those pursed lips for 4. Inhaling in for 2, and then exhaling out for 4. And this is one continuous breath, so no pauses in between. So if you're ready, let's sit up nice and straight, open up through the chest, and try to use as much of your breathing system as you can. So imagine the breath going all the way down into the belly, and on the inhale the belly expands, and on the exhale it contracts gently, just allowing us to use the full breadth of our airways. So if you're ready, we'll get started. So breathing in for 2, and then out for 1, 2, 3, 4. In for 1, 2, exhaling out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhaling in for 1, 2, exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the inhale, drawing in good energy. And then on the exhale, just releasing any tension you may have in the body. Deep breaths into the belly, filling up all of the space. And then exhaling out with a gentle contracting of your belly button into your spine. Exhaling all of the air out. Okay, we'll come into just a few final rounds here before we finish up our practice. I'll join you inhaling in for, exhaling for. Final round for 1, 2. Exhaling out for 1, 2, 3, 4. And settling here and letting our breath come back to normal. And if your eyes are open, maybe closing the eyes down here. And coming back to that quiet space. Breath comes back into its normal rhythm. Maybe just going back to that check-in now, checking in with your body, quick scan, just seeing how it's feeling in this moment. And then to your emotional self, just checking in with that, again, seeing how that's feeling, and maybe just staying curious to see whether there's been any kind of change from the practice. Maybe there hasn't, that's totally fine. Hopefully we've managed to create a little bit of a sense of peace, of quiet within ourselves. So finish up my practice, bring my hands to my heart center, bow my head to you, particularly to you, Pippa, my darling.